While tech giants like Google and Samsung have already integrated AI capabilities into their products, Apple has been perceived as lagging behind in this area. However, a potential partnership with Google could alter this perception, showcasing a strategic move to enhance AI functionalities. Rumors suggest that Apple might incorporate Google's Gemini models into their upcoming iPhones. According to a Bloomberg report, sources familiar with the situation claim that Apple is in discussions to potentially license Google's Gemini models. These AI models could power various generative AI features on the iPhone, such as generating essays and images upon request. Conversely, Apple's own AI models, currently in development, are expected to focus on on-device functionalities. Both Apple and Google have refrained from commenting on this news. This development occurs as other smartphone manufacturers rush to introduce generative AI features on their flagship devices. Counterpoint Research predicts that over 100 million generative AI smartphones will be shipped in 2024, highlighting the fierce competition among companies aiming to capitalize on the GPT trend, sparked by OpenAI's ChatGPT in late 2022. Samsung's latest Galaxy S24 lineup, launched in January, boasts Galaxy Eye as its standout feature powered by generative AI technology. Meanwhile, Google's Pixel 8 Pro flagship device currently operates on GN Nano, offering features like summarizing voice-recorded conversations and suggesting message replies on WhatsApp. If the deal between Apple and Google goes through, it could suggest that Apple isn't making as much progress with its generative AI push as some had hoped. According to the Bloomberg report, Apple has previously engaged in discussions with OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT. Apple tends to take a cautious approach when it comes to emerging technologies. For example, they are the only major phone manufacturer that has not yet released a foldable phone. However, with the rapidly evolving field of AI, there are concerns that Apple could fall behind. Until this year, Apple had been noticeably absent from the generative AI frenzy engulfing the big tech industry. However, CEO Tim Cook recently expressed his belief in the enormous potential of GPT and AI during an earnings call. Cook also mentioned that Apple has some exciting things in the pipeline that they will reveal later this year. According to Bloomberg, Apple has been working on its own large language model named Ajax since last year. However, it is not as advanced as its competitors' models. This could potentially lead Apple to form partnerships with companies like Google and OpenAI, which have more advanced AI models. The release of Apple's next mobile operating system, iOS 18, is expected in June, and it is likely to introduce new generative AI features. Whether these features will be powered by Google, OpenAI, or even Apple's own technology remains to be seen. The integration of Google's Gemini model into the iPhone 16 series is anticipated to bring significant AI improvements to iOS 18. Apple's plans include using advanced language models to enable more accurate responses to complex queries. Additionally, ad-driven features are expected to enhance various applications such as Apple Music, Keynote, Health, Messages, Numbers, Pages, and Shortcuts. This concerted effort demonstrates Apple's commitment to integrating AI into its ecosystem, promising a more intuitive and seamless user experience. Apart from this major AI enhancement, the rumored changes for the iPhone 16 lineup indicate a focus on rectifying past mistakes. One exciting rumor revolves around the silicon that Apple plans to use in the upcoming iPhones. For the first time since the iPhone 13, all iPhone 16 models are expected to feature the same series chipset, most likely the A18. It's a relief that the standard iPhone won't be left with last year's hand-me-down chipset. Another intriguing rumor concerns the potential redesign, one of the biggest eyesores in the current iPhone design: the arrangement of the cameras on the back of the handset. While not the most pressing concern, the aesthetics of the iPhone play a significant role in its appeal. If Apple follows through with the new design for the rear camera array, it could greatly enhance the overall look of the device. The rumored change in the upcoming iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus has a practical purpose, enabling spatial video capture for the Apple Vision Pro. This means that the main and ultra-wide cameras will record footage simultaneously, aligned just like the lenses on the iPhone 15 Pro models. Since spatial video is a major selling point for Apple's headsets, it's no surprise that the company wants to expand the number of devices capable of recording such immersive footage. Hence the decision to switch to vertically stacked lenses. But what caught my attention the most is the design of the camera cutout on the elite iPhone 16 CAD render. It's a sleek pill-shaped cutout that, in my opinion, looks much more elegant compared to the bulky square block seen on current iPhone models. I believe this is a fantastic move, as the current iPhone 15 camera array disrupts the otherwise flawless Apple design. I particularly dislike how the array is a separate block on the back of the iPhone, with raised glass elevating it from the surface of the phone. To make matters worse, the camera lenses protrude even further. This issue is especially noticeable on the iPhone 15, given that its cameras are larger than those on previous models. Samsung's recent flagships, especially the Galaxy S24, have a different camera design compared to the iPhone. The cameras on the back of the phone seamlessly blend in, creating a visually connected look. Unlike the iPhone, where the lenses protrude from the back, the Galaxy S24's design is more subtle due to the lack of a raised array. The horizontal camera bar on the Pixel 8, spanning the back of the phone, is not subtle but still looks better than the iPhone's design. The Pixel 8 camera bar stretching across the entire phone doesn't try to separate itself from the device. Additionally, it prevents wobbling when the phone is placed screen side up. The rumored iPhone 16 camera cutout suggests Apple will opt for a separate array design once again. While I prefer a more integrated approach, the size of the cutout indicates it may not be as visually obtrusive as the iPhone 15. Apple's previous pill-shaped camera setup on the iPhone X was visually appealing, unlike their recent designs. Despite other concerns with the iPhone 16 update, the redesigned camera array seems to be a step in the right direction visually. So what are your expectations from upcoming AI enhancements in the iPhone 16 lineup, especially the base models? Stay tuned for more updates to help you decide which model suits your preferences. If you're new here, hit subscribe for the latest information. Now let's dive into the full details of the standard iPhone 16. iPhone 16. Display: 6.3-inch OLED display, LTPS, with a taller aspect ratio, protected by Ceramic Shield 2. Design: new dynamic island covering the 12MP selfie camera and Face ID sensors. Cameras: 12MP primary camera, 12MP ultrawide. Processor: A18 chipset. Memory: 6GB RAM, up to 512GB storage. Battery: 3450 mAh battery with 30 W fast charging. Connectivity: advanced 5G, Bluetooth 5.3, Wi-Fi 7. Software: iOS 18. Expected launch price: around $850, September 2024. iPhone 16 Plus. Display: 6.9-inch OLED display, LTPS, with a taller aspect ratio, protected by Ceramic Shield 2. Design: new dynamic island covering the 12MP selfie cameras and Face ID sensors. Cameras: 12MP primary camera, 12MP ultrawide. Processor: A18 chipset. Memory: choice of 6GB RAM, up to 512GB storage. Battery: 4420 mAh battery with 30 W fast charging. Connectivity: advanced 5G, Bluetooth 5.3, Wi-Fi 7. Software: iOS 18. Expected launch price: around $950, September 2024. iPhone 16 Pro. Display: 6.3-inch 120Hz LTPO OLED display, taller aspect ratio, protected by Ceramic Shield 3. Design: new dynamic island covering the 12MP selfie camera and Face ID sensors. Cameras: 48MP primary camera, 48MP ultrawide, 12MP teleprism camera with 5x optical zoom. Processor: A18 Pro chipset. Memory: 8GB RAM, up to 1TB storage. Battery: 3450 mAh battery. Fast charging details unknown. Connectivity: advanced 5G, Bluetooth 5.3, Wi-Fi 7. Software: iOS 18. Expected launch price: around $1,100, September 2024. iPhone 16 Pro Max. Display: 6.9-inch 120Hz LTPO OLED display, taller aspect ratio, protected by Ceramic Shield 3. Design: dynamic island covering the 12MP selfie cameras and Face ID sensors. Cameras: 48MP primary camera, 48MP ultra-wide, 12MP teleprism camera with 5x optical zoom. Processor: A18 Pro chipset. Memory: 8GB RAM, up to 1TB storage. Battery: 4,500 mAh battery, fast charging details unknown. Connectivity: advanced 5G, Bluetooth 5.3, Wi-Fi 7. Software: iOS 18. Expected launch price: around $1,300, September 2024.